Fire dampers are necessary to contain a fire from spreading through ductworks. And they're critical. And we need to make sure that we're performing proper inspection and testing to make sure they're going to work. But unfortunately, they fall victim to the out of sight, out of mind mentality. Now, today, I want to talk about the inspection and testing requirements for these fire dampers. Let's take a look real quick. We've got Chapter 20 of NFPA 80, which covers the inspection, testing, and maintenance of these dampers. I'm going to use this 90-minute link-actuated fire damper in order to show you what those inspection and testing requirements look like. First of all, duration or frequency. How often do we need to be performing this test? We need to do it in a safe manner, 1 year after the initial acceptance testing, and then every 4 years after that, we need to be inspecting and testing. We can increase that to 6 years if we're in a hospital. But what does that look like? First, we need to be qualified. So the authority having jurisdiction needs to deem that we're qualified to perform the inspection and the test. And then second off, we need to get access. Obviously, the damper is going to be installed in ductwork. How do we get to that? There needs to be an access panel in order to get to that fire damper. So building codes and fire codes now require that to be there. But if we're in an existing building, we might need to make an access panel in order to get to that to perform that testing. What do we do? First thing we need to look at, this is the link right here. We're going to need to look at that fusible link, make sure it's not painted or coated, and then we want to confirm the operation of the damper. So we're going to pull that link off. There's just a little tab right here. We pull that link off. You see it's hanging. We're going to confirm that it closes. We're going to confirm that it closes, and we see that it is latching in there. So that is observing the operation of that damper. Next, we need to put it back to its operational form, which means we've got to put this link back in place. That's what it looks like, the link in place. And then we confirm that the damper is unobstructed and back in its fully operational mode. So that's what that test looks like. Now, it's important to understand the basics of fire dampers, and also this is just the link operated damper. There are actuated dampers, specifically when we get into smoke dampers. So if you're interested in learning more, I'm going to link in the description below a link to a blog, as well as a fact sheet that goes all over the basics of fire damper and smoke dampers, as well as their inspection, testing, and maintenance. So that's just an important thing to pay attention to, that we're performing the proper inspection, testing, and maintenance. Now, as always, stay informed and stay safe.